Hello, Miss True.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Now what?
Josiah ordered something from the Krollmeister Crystal Company just before he passed away. Do you know if it ever arrived?
You must be talking about that chunk of quartz that came last winter. I still have it right here. Why?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm a rock collector. Do you think I could have it?
Perhaps we can work something out. You see, amazing as this is going to sound, I am able to project my thoughts into another person's brain.
Is that so?
The only problem is, not everyone has the intellectual capacity to receive my thoughts. But since you have already demonstrated a high level of intelligence, yes, you may very well be the ideal subject.
Subject, as in experiment?
You are going to help me prove that I am telepathic. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle a deck which contains 5 sets of these cards. Then I'm going to turn my back, draw a card, look at it, and start transmitting my thoughts. When you receive my thoughts, you will identify the card I'm looking at. Once you correctly identify 5 cards in a row, I'll give you that piece of quartz.
But what if I can't do it?
Just stay focused on the cards and my superior brain power will do the rest. Very well, let's begin. Which card am I thinking of?
I think it's this one.
Yes. Here's another. This is which card?
This one.
Marvelous. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
This one?
Yes. Here's another. This is which card?
I think it's this one.
You go, girl. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
This one.
Very good. You did it. Well, actually, I did it. But in any case, thank you for your assistance. Here's the piece of crystal that Josiah ordered. Take it. You've earned it. Well, actually, I earned it, but let's not quibble.
But, Mr. Topham, you didn't really. I'm afraid that subconsciously you may have...
Yes?
Never mind.
Do you need anything else?
Do you by any chance know who Marcel is?
Marcel was what Josiah called his favorite hat.
His hat? The man named his hat?
He loved that hat, so to him naming it made perfect sense.
Do you still have Marcel?
No, as a matter of fact, I gave that hat to Gloria Crandall. She said she was fond of the old fellow and wanted something to remember him by, although I suspect the real reason she wanted that hat was to see if he'd stashed any money in it.
It was nice talking to you.
I knew you were going to say that. A little psychic humor.
So, what did Emily say? Did she tell you about the pictures and the voices?
Have you ever seen or heard anything strange around here?
No. In fact, this place is so quiet and dull compared to Chicago that it's a wonder I haven't lost my mind. You know what? I'll bet it's me. I'll bet it finally hit Emily that I'm just not Gloria and I never will be, and that running this place is always going to be all up to her, and it was just more than her poor mind could bear.
I'd like to kind of look around. Is that okay with you?
You betcha. And keep an eye out for those jewels. The sheriff's not going to investigate. He said since nobody got robbed at gunpoint or anything, coming out here again just didn't seem necessary. Said it sounded to him like the jewelry had just been misplaced. You see, it only felt fair to tell him about Emily's, delicate state of mind.
Have you met Richard Topham?
Yeah, I've had the displeasure of meeting that quack.
You don't think he can help people develop their psychic powers?
The only thing he's good at is separating little old ladies and dim-witted rubes from their hard-earned cash. In fact, he came over while they were putting out the fire today, asked me who you were, and I was so frazzled at the time I told him. I don't usually give that crackpot the time of day.
Josiah Crowley seemed to think he was legit.
Like that circus fella said, there's a sucker born every minute. Me? I think ESP is a lot of JUNK.
Where did that barred bounce game that's in the parlor come from? Do you know?
Emily says Josiah Crowley brought it in one day and just left it. Said it was so guests, as in him, would have something to do while they waited for a table.
Does the miniature golf course that's out back belong to the inn?
No, that was Josiah Crowley's. Way I hear, he built it himself.
Was it open to the public?
Nope, it was just his own private little course. Can you imagine? Wish I had money to throw around like that.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
Hi, Nancy.
Would you happen to know where your mother put Josiah's favorite hat?
Look in the drawer right below me. That's where all Mom's mementos are.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the best.
Maybe this is the key to Josiah's safe deposit box. Hello, Mr. Waddell.
Now what?
I need for you to cut a blank from this piece of quartz.
No big deal. Let's see it.
The blank needs to be just like the one you made before for Josiah Crowley.
Like I said, no big deal. You're gonna have to cough up $2, though. You can pay me when you pick it up. Good day.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Mr. Jones at Vash's Dairy. Keep up the good work.
Hello again.
What's your opinion of Richard Topham?
Interesting gentleman who's in an interesting line of work.
Do you think he really does what he says he can do?
He makes a living doing whatever it is he does, so obviously someone thinks he's the real deal.
I think I found the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Really?
I have it right here.
It is from this bank.
May I see if it opens the box?
It takes 2 keys to open a safe deposit box, the owner's key and my key. And in this case, I'm under no obligation to open it for you.
Oh, but
However, were you to do me a small favor...
Sure.
I hired a seamstress to make a dress for my wife's birthday next week. Unfortunately, the seamstress and I had a falling out, and now I need to find someone to finish the dress.
Maybe I could find somebody. How much are you willing to pay them?
Oh, the fact of the matter is, the dressmaker quit because I couldn't pay her. I misled you before. Business is not fine. This bank is on the brink of ruin.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Archer.
I wanted to get my wife something nice because, well, it might be the last nice thing she gets for a long, long time. Now, Emily once mentioned that Jane used to be a dressmaker.
How much more has to be done on the dress?
I have it right here. The seamstress said that all the pieces have been cut out and basted together. All that's needed is a sewing machine. When it's finished, bring it back and I'll let you try that key in Josiah's safe deposit box.
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
What's cooking?
Since you used to be a dressmaker, do you think you could help me sew something?
Me? Sew? No, I can't. Sewing takes practice, and I haven't sewed a stitch in years. Whatever it is, believe me, I'd wreck it.
Then how about giving me some pointers?
No can do. Sorry.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty-dighty.
Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the best.
Would it be all right if I used your sewing machine?
Go right ahead, but remember, you're on your own.
There's no needle.
It's probably in the box with the rest of Mom's sewing stuff. Ask Jane if she knows where it is.
What's cooking?
Would you happen to know where the needle for the sewing machine in Emily's room is?
I moved all of Gloria's sewing things out of there and put them in a little box. Look, I'm supposed to get the pies we baked before all the hullabaloo this morning ready for the delivery man. They gotta be put in the shipping container just so, or he casts a kitten. This is how he wants them organized. Now why don't you go out on the porch and get those pies ready to go while I look for that sewing box?
Sounds good. All done. I'll bet those are the two brothers that built the inn and Josiah's house. I'll bet this was taken in that passageway I found. There's something written on the back. Jeepers, I'm behind one of the walls in Emily's room. I'll bet that's how someone makes that picture move. Guess I better not leave the lights on. I don't hear anybody. Now would be a good time for me to sneak inside and have a quick look around.
Yuri, be quiet. You're disturbing us. Clear your mind of all thoughts. Think about nothing save that spoon.
Josiah must have circled these quotes, but why? Something tells me I better write down all the stuff that's circled here in my journal.
Mr. Topham?
Yes, Mrs. Deckman?
Is it okay if I blink?
Yes, it's okay if you blink. Just keep focused. Your eyes.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Thanks for doing the pies. The more I do it, the worse I seem to get at it. Here's that box. I'm sure that sewing machine needle is in there somewhere.
I see it.
Remember, when it comes to using it, you're on your own, kiddo.
I think I know why Emily has been seeing and hearing strange things.
Well, I'm all ears. Tell me.
I found a secret passageway that goes from the inn to Josiah Crowley's old house. And off of it, I found a staircase that leads to a space behind a wall in Emily's room. That's the staircase that's in this old picture.
You mean, the noises that Emily's been hearing? The things she's been seeing? It's because someone's been sneaking around behind the wall in her room?
It may even be that someone is trying to scare her on purpose.
On purpose? Who would want to do something like that?
I was able to open the staircase because I saw the picture I just showed you. And I found that picture on the shelf in your podium.
You mean it was right there under my nose? Hold the phone! You think I'm the one who's been sneaking around?
Well, I did find the picture right there.
But I've never seen it before in my life. Besides, anyone who's ever been behind this desk could have seen that picture. It's hardly fair to go pointing a finger at me.
Maybe Emily will know something about it.
She went into town to run some errands. At least that's what I told her to do. Heaven knows she could use some fresh air.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty-dighty.